Play with it, baby.
Rose Cortez. The
Rose
problem.
Cortez.
HipHop 101.
What?
Get with it. For real. Yeah.
That's how it works.
We through
Getting back.
playing with you, and it's time to get to business. It's
Time to get to the bag.
It's hip hop on the line here.
HipHop 101.
Yeah.
With your girl, Rose Cortez.
Rose Cortez.
And the
Problem, baby.
You definitely set the pace in hip hop early, and we understood early.
And these guys
And
are
it's
still
why
here.
we stood behind such a fabulous culture and just everything that was endear in our heart.
Yes. True pioneers. True
Definitely.
people who kept this thing going.
Thank you.
Yes, we appreciate that. So let's get
All
back
right.
to the agenda here.
Well, what do you think about Mulatto? Big energy. Is that what that was about? Big energy?
What's it about, big energy? Well, we're gonna dig into this one. So what we're gonna do first, What we'll do first is we're gonna give a shout out to Lotto.
Hey. Big Lotto. Watched you since Jermaine Dupri's
Yes. From the Jermaine Dupri show.
rap game.
To the top of the game.
I love it. I love it. I knew from the beginning you was a superstar. I love the come up. Definitely fabulosity from the beginning. I believe the family unit is 100 and they know what they doing it for. No.
Well, if you ever want to give us an interview, Mulatto, you get in touch with us at BeatLifeStyle, and we'll
anytime we'll make time.
We'll make some time for you.
Thank
you know what I
thank
mean?
you.
We got a long roster of people who really want to get on here, so holler at us. You know what I mean? But otherwise than that, I thought the song was pretty interesting.
Good.
I thought it was. This was the first one that made me really. I heard the other stuff, I did, but this was probably the one that made me pay attention, and it's hard to get my attention. And I says, this one could be it. This could be the start of a.
Mariah Carey did her thing.
Yes, Mariah Carey.
So what a great.
We can't just mention Mariah Carey.
La 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 la. Mariah Carey.
Yes. And
definitely gives a big energy. Always.
So I did some
great
homework
choice.
On,
Great choice of a remake. I love it. Thank you.
It was good.
It was definitely, to me, a great feel. It was so Mulatto too. I mean, she really kept it to herself.
Yeah.
That is her lane. And she hits every time.
Well,
go for it.
I looked at, we did a little homework. That's what we do. And the song the artist is coming from is Genius of Love by Tom Tom Club.
Okay.
Genius of Love by Tom Tom Club. And this song, they released it looks like, back in 81. They released it. So you can look it up and just to get a feel of that particular track. You know what I mean? Um, Also, what I saw. Well, first I did a little reading up on the making of the track, and it was the actual songwriters are Adrian Bello, Chris France, Stephen Stanley, and Tina Weemouther, something like that. Produced and this guy Chris France produced it, and they was saying that they was in the studio and they and the lady Tina, she was having a hard time playing the bass line. And there was something interesting that she said. She said, so she couldn't get it, and she woke up the engineer who was sleeping under the board. That's interesting, because that's for all you heads in the studio, you know how that is. And you know how the engineer is. This guy lives there. He lives, eats, drinks, engineering. You know what I mean, Mom? Been there. I did studio work like that. Where we just lived there and.
Well, we pretty much live in the studio.
So we live in the studio now. So I thought that was just interesting, that and this is where this bass line and everything came from. Where it was these guys. So I'm gonna give Tom Club a shout out real quick.
Thank you.
So, could you please, when you get a moment, could you like, share, and subscribe to
HipHop 101.
Yes.
BeatLifeStyle. Yeah. All across the board.
Rose Cortez.
The Problem.
This is just what we do. And so let me keep on going so I don't get sidetracked. So my question was, and before I do that, let me just see, because I got it here. Okay, and this is the samples, the people who sampled this. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and that was in 81.
Okay.
Grandmaster Furious 5, It's Nasty in 1982. Mariah Carey's Fantasy in 1995. The Executioners, Genius of Love, 2002. Other artists used the Genius of Love was Public Enemy, Leave This Off the Fucking Charts, Redman, Brick City Mashin', Cameron, Me, My Mom's and Jimmy, Second to None's, Niggas Trippin', Fresh Kid Ice, Roll Call, Tupac, High Speed, Seagram's, I Don't Give a Fuck, Busta Rhymes, One, Ant Banks, Roll 'em Fat, PM Dawn, Gotta Be Moving On Up, whatever the world that is, 50 Cent, When I Get Out, Eric Sermons, Genius E-Dub, Mac Dre, Chop That Hoe, Dream Warriors and The Legacy, and Now the Legacy Begins, T.I., Down Like That, R.A. The Rugged Mans, Tom Thumb, Mark Morrison, Return of the Mac, Ice Cube, Bop Gun, Warren G, What's Love Got to Do with It? The D-Influence Real Live Mix of Billy's Girlfriend, Lotto, Big Energy, Paramore, Rose Color Boy, during the show's After Laughter tour. And that's a lot.
My question now, with all that being said, is who made the money?
That is true.
All of that.
And
who made that money? The artists? The company? Like, who owns those rights? Question's good.
and this is a overseas. This company that they are on. It's called 45 Cat Records. 45cat.com records. So it's not even out of America. So that is things that make you go, That's what that does. It makes you go home.
Okay.
But guess what?
What's that?
There was a song that I didn't mention because I don't see it up there.
What is that?
And it's
What
called
is that?
Hey DJ.
Oh, that used that
Hey
song?
DJ, just play that song, keep me dancing. So, why wasn't that up there?
Are you sure?
I didn't see it. I didn't say hey. I didn't say hey DJ.
Google it. Find out. See, this is what Hip Hop 101 is all about.
Yes,
Digging deeper.
digging deeper.
Digging deeper.
But what I'll say is this:
Education.
when I listen to Hey DJ, this is for all my listeners, for all the people who support us, who like to take a look and listen and understand what it is we're saying to you. This is what I need you to do. You gotta listen to Hey DJ. It's by the world famous Supreme Team show. And I do believe, even though they took the track from Tom Tom Club, they took the style from Hey DJ. So, we usually talk a lot about satire and all that stuff, and, that's where Rose Cortez comes in, you know what I mean? Because she understands that completely. So, is there a fight there? Is there a fight between Tom Tom Club and the Supreme Team as far as style, I think that maybe the Supreme Team should be getting some WAP too. Now, I could be wrong. But what do you think?
It's all a matter of their agreements.
Their agreement.
That's where it goes. That's where the dig deeper is. Their
Yes.
agreements. Now, if they agreed to everything early on, then they covered their behinds, in nice terms. So now, who's really actually making the money? And that's according to their terms that they made. So
I'm just going to throw a hypothetical out there. This is because, this is where we're going. We're getting to this hypothetical thing. What I'm going to say to you is this. Hey DJ, right? The Supreme Team probably had to go to Tom Tom Club to get clearance on theirs.
It has to go from the beginning.
Yeah. But so
yeah.
They might have. Is it possible for Tom Tom for the Supreme Team to use it? Did Tom Tom Club cut into their part of that money? You know what I mean? So now the idea is not all Supreme Team's idea no more. Why? Because you took part of Tom Tom Club's idea, so which gave Tom Tom some of the rights to your song. Shout out to Tom Tom.
Tom Tom.